my name is Elaine Pardi. I'm based out of Rochester, Minnesota, and I'm 55 years old.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Herstory TV and the Herstory podcast. This is Gertrude Mache here in beautiful Wellington, New Zealand. And today we are blessed with the presence of yet another phenomenal woman coming to us all the way from the US. Welcome to our tribe. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, how old you are, and share your story with us today.
So my name is Elaine Pardi. I'm based out of Rochester, Minnesota, and I'm 55 years old. And to share a little bit about what I am working on, I am interested in how humans and animals connect us. And so how I kind of got installed in that thought process was because I had a therapy dog. And I saw that interaction between people that were older in hospice care and my dog, and seeing how important that was in people's lives. So from there, I had different ideas about, how this might be important in other people's lives. But it wasn't until just this past year when my father was diagnosed and placed in hospice care, and my dog went to visit my dad, that I really truly understood from both sides of the story what it's like to have be an animal provider to someone who needs it and be the recipient of who the animal comes to, because they were interacting in a way I've never seen before. When I was probably 10 years old, I wanted a dog more than anything. And my dad was like, no, we're not going to have a dog. We're not the dog family. My mom, the same way. She was not a big pet person. So I went through life without a dog until I got married. And then we did get a dog. And so seeing my dad at 95 years old with my golden retriever, singing to her while he was at the end stages of his life, was so impactful that I knew that there was going to be more to this journey. And I lost my dog about a week after that, very unexpectedly. She passed away within 8 hours after getting sick. So heart-wrenching to see that happen. And I've, in her memory and now my dad's memory, I really just feel that this is really an important mission to come alive and make this happen for people. So I've taken what I've learned in the last period of time, a lot over COVID while we were here, kind of hunkered down, and spent a lot of time looking at research, looking at pet industry people that were, aligned with this kind of a thought process. And so now I'm starting to, with other people, join in to like combine people in a platform that allows for businesses, nonprofits, scientific research to all come together to really help people understand how animals can really participate in our lives in really unique ways. And this is a gamut of different ways. So it's from school-age kids to hospice, to people in the military, to individuals that are sick, people that just have mental illness and stress that need an animal to support them. There's multiple different ways. So I'm really excited to have this opportunity to make this come alive for people and make a difference in their life. So
wow, what a story. So this really goes back to you, your personal experience as a child, not getting access to a pet, but having the pleasure of owning a pet in your formative life, which is really fantastic.
Yeah.
And so the animal did have an impact on your father as well, by the sound of it.
So, yeah, I mean, as my dad was coming out the door to see my dog Lily, I had to like pull her around because he was just 95-year-old and his eyes were lit up like it was Christmas. Like he was just amazed, he was like wanting to get out there, wanting to see her as soon as he could. And I had to take her around the side of the garage because we had to get him down the stairs safely. And so then when we got them together, he started singing to her. And like Lily, I love you. Lily, I love you. And so, it's just and a really great interaction, and seeing both sides of the story, being my parents and also the handler of the dog. It was just something that really brought that 360. So
now, what is it about pets that helps human beings in life, based on your personal experience?
Yeah. So I am a nurse also. So I have seen different instances that have brought pets to the bedside of patients. And just that feeling of love, like unconditional love, unconditional support, wanting to cuddle, no words, just being there, being present is so important for people to have that opportunity, especially if they're going through some type of illness where they don't need anything more than just having something for comfort. And a pet really does offer that peace. So
it's just awesome. So where do you see this movement going? Tell me the vision and the mission and how you're rolling it out throughout the United States.
Sure. So in 2019, I worked on a TV program that was going to be launched in the fall of 2020. And so I started to see, with that, working on sponsorships and talking to pet industry people. I loved the pet industry people. And so I kept in contact with them, because at one point the show did shut down because of COVID. And so we had connections and had people we had kind of based ideas with. And so just continuing to kind of flow through that back in, so it took us about a year to kind of go through after that, of trying to think about what this might be. Would it be a nonprofit? Would it be a business? So we reached out to our local state Minnesota nonprofit organization to get some guidance, because we kind of knew we wanted to get things moving, and we weren't interested in having it business based at this point, and we wanted to do it sooner than we could with forming a nonprofit and getting a board together and all the steps that would be responsible under that platform. So they recommended we could do some umbrella projects under nonprofits. And we have that concept, and we're ready to go through with that. And we've wanted to get a little bit of momentum moving. People here in Rochester know me. They are very aware of different things that I've been involved in the success of that. But we really wanted to get that outreach a little bit farther. So we started with a small campaign, a book drive, to align with a nonprofit up in Minneapolis that works with kids in Southeast Minneapolis to get books into their hands and read with dogs. So we did that. And so now we're at the point where people are starting to generate more energy around us. We're making more connections in the pet industry, and also supportive interactions. So our plan is, we are a pro bono team who work together to bring stories about animal bonds via events or projects. And our idea is to approach businesses that want to be involved in corporate responsibility, and nonprofits that need the help, and kind of be like the matchmaker there, be able to connect them to the business side, to things that align with their values and their mission, and then help the nonprofit by getting them to cooperate, together and do projects together that we have kind of focused on. We'll help create some of those programs. We'll be moving forward over the summer here to look at health and happiness that dogs and animals bring into our lives, talking about the health benefits, talking about school situations that might be good for animals, work scenarios. There are a lot of corporations that bring pets into their workplace to allow their employees to be a little bit happier and healthier. And then we'll be marching through more campaigns. One that we do really want to focus on is the military. military service and family. So support through animal therapy will be another highlighted focus we have coming forward.
Wow.
And probably the one that has excited us some recently is really incorporating schools and mindful practice with animals. So a combination of that where we're bringing some mindful practices in and partnering them with animals, which is going to be kind of a new concept that we just kind of found out about and seen some research about, and really think that that would be a great thing, because that can be a large variety of people that can be impacted by mindful practices. So,
wow, it's quite a wide scope and so many areas of need. I'd never really thought about the military families in that sense, when a mother or a father goes away on duty, the impact it has on the kids.
Right. So we're trying to kind of approach some of that and really just, like I said, heighten awareness because of so many people that have military or have dogs that could go into military facilities. There is, our great vision would be to get a military dog, animal therapy dog on each base, so that we have connected with a chaplain in an Iowa base National Guard facility. And he's shared with us that he has a dog that he's currently working with. And that's really been helpful for them to be able to help families and the military themselves. So it's kind of neat. He brings the dog around with them. So and a vision of something that we would love to see happen, that would be one of our visions, is to have a military dog service representation at each base.
That is just phenomenal. Thank you so much for coming online and sharing the story with us today. It's just incredible, the work that you're doing, the joy that you're bringing as well. And,
yes, we're excited, and I think it will open people's eyes. Sometimes I think it's hard to know stuff that you're not familiar with. So my thought is always just to really educate and inspire people, and there'll be lots of good that will happen from this, and we will make a difference.
So. Wonderful. And what is the name of your website? Where can people check out the work you're doing?
Sure, it's Animals Connect Everyone. So animalsconnecteverybody.com. And we have our social medias there too, so you can click on that to find out more information. We're always looking for stories, and we're always looking for additional volunteers to help us.
Yes.
As we have different things that we'll be rolling out that we'll need assistance with. So if it touches somebody's heart and they like what they're hearing, please feel free to reach out to us.
Wonderful. I'll put all of your handles on this interview. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, and good luck with this project.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody who's tuned in today. If you are an animal lover, or if you're not and haven't even explored it yet, I think this is going to be worthwhile checking out. Thank you for tuning in. This is Gertrude Mache here. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Bye for now. Thanks, Elaine.